Vancouver athletes get it done on the field and in the classroom. See which championship plaque Skyview is hanging in its hallways. Plus,
it was amazing.
A Vancouver teacher gets the chance of a lifetime. How she ended up singing in New York City's Carnegie Hall. And why a local charity gave away hundreds of books at a local school and ways to keep your kids learning this summer. Hello and welcome to In the Know. I'm Coleen Jamison. Skyview High School has an incredible spring sports season, winning 2 state championships and more. Skyview's boys soccer team finished third in state, with one member of the team earning State Player of the Year. In girls tennis, an athlete took home her 3rd straight singles title, and in track and field, an athlete capped off her incredible high school career with a championship in the shot put. Throwing a shot put is not too complicated.
There is technique to it, but it's a lot of just kind of like strength to it.
Strength is a word that certainly fits Aubrey Wardell. The Skyview senior won the 2014 state championship in the shot put.
Adrenaline, it kicks in and you don't even really feel it, and that's like when you know it's a good throw is when you don't feel it. It feels like nothing.
Her final toss sealed the deal as she set a personal record.
I hardly remember throwing it. It just left my hand and I was thinking, wow, that's going really far and it's not stopping yet. And it finally landed and they called out the number and I was so surprised.
It's no surprise to anybody who's paid attention that Aubrey is one of the best prep athletes in our area. Her main sport is basketball, and 2 years ago, when she was just a sophomore, she hit the biggest shot in Skyview history.
It's Wardell for the win! Skyview state champs!
Oh my!
Join the dog pile!
That shot, a buzzer beater, was the game winner in the state championship game. Her prowess on the basketball court earned her a Division I scholarship to the University of San Diego. Aubrey leaves Skyview High School 2-time state champ and undoubtedly one of the most accomplished athletes in school history.
To be known as that is really special to me because I work really hard and I take pride in that. And so having to put my heart and blood, sweat, and tears into the last 4 years, it feels good for it to pay off and be remembered by that.
Aubrey is joined by another of Skyview's all-time greats who won her 3rd straight tennis title. Sammy Hampton, who's just a junior, dominated her way through the state tournament. None of her matches was particularly close as she played like a defending champ should. Almost as difficult as her opponents were the expectations on her shoulders.
It's actually kind of a relief because everybody this year was like, whoa, you better win because it would be your 3rd year and stuff, and they're expecting it. But I also worked really hard. It was kind of expected, but it was also a great relief, and I was really full of joy.
Sammy plays year-round and says her goal is to keep improving. She's already attracting attention from colleges and hopes to play Division I tennis. Of course, she still has 1 more year of high school to go and hopes to become a 4-time champ. Skyview's soccer team was one of the state's very best this season and came this close to winning a state title. It had to settle for 3rd place, which is still pretty impressive. Just as impressive was Skyview's senior leader, Carter Johnson. For the 2nd straight season, Carter won the Gatorade State Player of the Year. It's a prestigious honor, but one that Carter knew wouldn't come easily. He credits his teammates and teachers for keeping him on track.
All my weight training classes and all the teachers were always pushing me if I wasn't lifting or I wasn't doing something. They said, oh, you're not going to make it this year. All my academic teachers telling me that we got to finish assignments, got to get good grades, or else you're not going to get it again.
Carter scored more than 20 goals this season. He's headed to Chico State in California next year on a soccer scholarship. Meanwhile, on the academic side, the Skyview girls golf team takes home a state championship. The golfers won the spring academic title with an impressive 3.892 team GPA. They received a special plaque honoring their accomplishment, and they weren't too shabby on the links either. A project several years in the making comes to a close at Vancouver School of Arts and Academics. The final result is beautiful artwork for the whole community to enjoy. In early June, a crew put the final 3 mosaic panels on the facade of VSAA right along Main Street. They joined the 3 panels on the other side of the building, which were put up last year. The panels are part of the Confluence Project, which celebrates the Columbia River as a place where people have gathered throughout the centuries. There are other art pieces along the river stretching from Idaho to the ocean. The panels at VSAA were made by students and artist-in-residence Julie Brown. A number of community partners helped significantly on this project. A Vancouver teacher gets an unexpected opportunity to sing in the world-famous Carnegie Hall in New York. Marna Hopkins, a 5th grade teacher at Sarah J. Anderson Elementary, is part of a group called Vancouver USA Singers. Last year, they were the first group to perform a new composition, and when Carnegie Hall asked the song's writer who should perform it in New York, he recommended Marna's group. After an audition, they flew to the Big Apple for the biggest concert of their lives.
It was fantastic. It's just one of those things you can't turn down, that kind of opportunity to go do something that you'd never thought you'd get a chance to do. And Carnegie Hall was amazing. And New York alone was amazing.
They had just one rehearsal, which you can see in this home video. Then it was onto the stage. Marna and her husband squeezed in as many sights as they could manage in just the few days they were in New York. Meanwhile, her students back in Vancouver were studying the history of Carnegie Hall and were full of questions when she returned. The main lesson Marna shared with her kids?
If you ever get a chance to take the opportunity to do something that you never thought you'd have a chance to do, you kind of have to grab it and do it, because it's this kind of thing was an experience of a lifetime.
Thanks, Marna, for sharing your story. 4 Vancouver elementary schools get together for a soccer tournament. King Elementary hosted the event, which was sponsored by the Vancouver Police Activities League, or PAL for short. Teams from King, Anderson, Fruit Valley, and Harney all participated. After a clinic for the players, sponsored by the Clark College soccer teams, they played each other. King ended up winning the tournament, but all the teams took home trophies. Some students also won donated gear from Adidas and the Vancouver Victory Football Club. Organizers hope to grow the event and elementary sports clubs through PAL over the coming years. Students from Fruit Valley Elementary School win state honors in writing and poetry. 5th grader Mariah Olam won first place for a short story, and 2nd grader Logan Halstead took first for a poem. They won small cash prizes in the General Federations of Women's Clubs state writing contest after winning at the local level. Fruit Valley students have participated in the contest for the past 5 years. The contest is designed to encourage kids to explore reading and writing. Fruit Valley holds another event to get students reading. They hosted a Book of My Own giveaway. Goodwill Industries runs the program, which distributes books to students. The books were slated to be recycled, but instead will go home with kids for the summer.
I hope that they'll walk away and walk into summer with something that's theirs, that they have pride about, that they want to read, they want their parents to read to them, or they want to read to their siblings. What do you got? You got Harry Potter.
About 250 students got to pick out at least 2 books each. Around 550 books went home with kids or found a new home in the school's library. Since 2007, Goodwill has given away nearly 46,000 books across the Northwest and 12,000 in Clark County alone. Finally, as summer kicks into high gear, a lot of parents are searching for ways to keep their kids active. The Vancouver Public Schools website is your go-to source for summer activities. Just head to the homepage, www.vansd.org, and find the Things to Do This Summer list. There you'll find links to day camps of all kinds in Portland and Vancouver. You'll see swimming pool hours, reading opportunities, and much more. And if you need services like meals for students, high school credits recovery and testing, or sports physicals, you're taken care of. Again, just head to www.vansd.org. And that's about it for us. Thank you so much for watching In the Know. Until next time, I'm Coleen Jamison.